All right, let's talk about West DeLuna a little bit. We are flying in from the western side, 301, going right over kind of the middle of where West DeLuna is. You can see the rec center there. And that road goes right into DeLuna, the regular DeLuna. Last time we visited this area, there was quite a bit of new housing, which you can kind of see in the background there. Since then, they've put in a lot of, well, quite a few more roads, and you can see even here they've put in quite a few more. They laid a few more foundations, quite a few. Now this road comes out from West DeLuna, goes all the way to 301. 301 there turns south and heads down to Hammock at Fenney, which actually we're going to take a look at later in this video. If you want to skip ahead, you can. But we will be looking at West Fenney a little bit later. You can see Lake Okahumpka in the background, some more foundations for new housing. This area is great because it's on the corner of the Turnpike and 301. So like if you're looking for access to other areas of Florida specifically, or let's say you're a snowbird and you only come down here a few months a year, I mean, this place has ease of access to visit. You have a lot of family down or whatnot for them to come visit you. Brownwood is right there in the distance in the background. You have the Turnpike running left to right on your screen. And then the Turnpike actually comes right up to 301 right there in the corner. Now there is an exit for the Turnpike right there, which is great because you can just hop on. And then actually you can get down to the eastern side toward the Leesburg area, that newer area with Newell and Dabney and all those areas fairly quickly. You just hop on the Turnpike and then hop off. Or you can obviously take your golf cart. You see the rec center here. The golf cart path is pretty close to Brownwood because you can just hop on Water Lily Bridge, go over the Turnpike, and then drive straight into Brownwood. You would take two bridges, the Water Lily Bridge and then the Brownwood Bridge. Quite a bit more done even on the rec center since we went out here. I don't think I've been out here for like 4 weeks. So I kind of expected a little more to be done, honestly, but I think they're finishing up with St. John. There's quite a few people driving around through this area as well, taking a look, obviously. It'll be interesting to see how much mosquito control they can get in this area. I have noticed recently, especially like over in some of the newer areas by Chitty Chatty and south of Chitty Chatty, the mosquitoes are pretty thick when the sun goes down. So you have to keep a lot of that bug repellent handy. So we'll see how they handle it over here. A lot of water, a lot of retention ponds, a lot of marshy areas down over in this part of Florida, Central Florida. Not a lot of mosquitoes by where I live. I rarely ever see mosquitoes at all. But with all this water, it's you're bound to have them. And they're like pterodactyls here, so they're not like little mosquitoes. They will carry you away if you are not holding on to something. So be careful of that. Anyways, you can see in the background there is Richmond across the Turnpike, and you have the Water Lily Bridge also in the background. You can't really see the Water Lily Bridge, but it's right over there by Lake Okahumpka, and that Lake Okahumpka Rec Center is under construction and moving right along as well. Some walls are being put up in this area, and they're laying out the pipes and the water and the propane pipes and or gas pipes, I guess you would call them. which, speaking of, is going to be outrageous. Propane has gone up so much in the last year to 2 years. It's over doubled, just like unleaded gas. So quite a bit of new construction. Obviously, you can see this road right here is going to be such a help out to DeLuna and pretty much all of Marsh Bend, just because you can get access this way and the other way now. You can see again, there's somebody checking out the area. Little nosy neighbors there. But you used to have to drive all the way down to Warm Springs Boulevard and then turn into Marsh Bend by the Publix and drive all the way down to West DeLuna if you're driving in by a car or that area. Now you can enter, or you will be able to enter from this side. It's not open yet, but it will be, I would assume, within the next few weeks. Don't quote me on that. I do not have inside information. I do not know anything that the village does. Right up here at the top, you can see those are the snap together walls, and actually that crane there is putting those snap together walls in for the houses. And when I say snap together, those are the walls that come from the industrial park. They ship them over on a truck, and then that crane lifts them right into place instead of the cement block housing where they just lay the block. We're going to take one more pass through here of the area. You can see all the porta potties in the bottom there. That's important because, well, you can see around that all those foundations as well. You can see that they're planning to put more out there. They have to have those porta potties out for the construction workers. If you've ever seen the new areas that they build in, there's a porta potty like every 3 houses. So you know that they're getting ready to build out way more of this area when you see the porta potties start stacking. Now this is where the road actually ends into 301. 301 goes north and south. It parallels I-75 for quite a ways, even all the way up to my school where I work, which is north of Ocala. It either parallels it or is real close to I-75. Makes it convenient, and it also makes it very busy when there's some type of accident on I-75. Much like St. John's and Chitty Chatty, you do have the power lines that run straight through the middle of this area. So that's something to be cognizant of if you don't like that. I think they do a really good job of building around it, and you don't even really notice it in Chitty Chatty, or I don't. I'm sure some people do, but that would be a personal preference. One thing I thought was cool about this area was that wall that kind of blocks off, kind of looks like a moat in between the two sections. So I wonder if there are actually going to be 2 villages or just one village over here. Pretty interesting and big area this in here. I'm sure they'll start listing houses soon, and they sell so fast you have to jump on them right now. And then we're going to take a look at the Hammock at Fenney. So this is on the we're looking at the northern side from the southern side. Started at the rec center, which is kind of in the middle of this area. It's pretty close to being all done. Last time we took a look at it, there were quite a few houses under construction, and there still are, but overall, many of the houses are complete. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of people living in this area. Just driving through here a few times, a lot of people are moving in, and I don't think much is sold out. You can see right across the street here, they're building what I think is a gas station. I heard there's a McDonald's going in over here, but I'm not sure about that. A lot of commercial building going on at this corner. That is 301, and Warm Springs. So if you turned right where that car is hitting 301, West DeLuna is literally 2 minutes up that way. And if you were to turn left, you would go into the city of Coleman, and then not I-75, but 301 turns south in Coleman, straight south. You go through the city of Coleman by the industrial complex that the Villages now owns, and then you head down toward where Middleton is going to be built. This is looking south right here. If you look past, up in the top left, you will see the water, the quarries. This used to be a Jeep ranch, actually. Quite a bit of this land. They used to drive Jeeps out and off-road and do all that stuff on the weekends and have events. Now it's all developer owned, and they are building accordingly. This is the main housing area. There's also going to be a cut through of 301 to go around the city of Coleman, which kind of stinks for the businesses that are involved in Coleman. But I mean, what are they going to do? They are probably going to get way more traffic now that all these houses are in here than they were getting before as well. So you can see the rec center is right in the middle. And then you can get a better view of those quarries up in the top left. I've heard that they do blasting from there. I've never personally heard it, so I couldn't tell you if that's true or not. But right on the other side of those quarries, to the left a little bit, is where the Middleton area is. Middleton is the family housing area that's being built. They said that Middleton will be ready in 2023. So that'll be interesting. We're considering getting a place in there because it's for young families, and you can get your kids into the charter schools. There's going to be a new high school, new middle school, all down in that area. And I mean, people will literally get jobs in the Villages for 20 hours a week just to take their kids to the charter school because of how great the school is. They offer so many extracurricular activities, and the education is unmatched in this area. I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the video. Hope you enjoyed the video as a whole. Thank you for being patient for me getting this one out, and I will see you in the next one.